What we're going to do today is you're going to watch me photograph an entire quarter of AFL, and I'm going to step you through what I'm needing to do, what I am focusing on, and what and how I'm getting stuff out pretty quickly. Today I'm photographing for this beautiful stadium, so I don't need to actually caption any of the photos I'm taking. It's just purely for social, so my workflow will be a little bit different, but it'll be cool. So stick around, let's go. Players just ran out onto the crowd, and I just did a quick edit and got a whole heap of images out already. About 6 or 7 images should have gone up by now, and whoa, that was scary. That's Dan, he's an AFL photographer, and that kind of freaked me out. Anyway, images up, and let's see who can get better photos, Dan or I. Probably this guy. All right, so game's kicking off. Bounce down right now. I got my 400mm 2.8. Geelong kicking this way, so should be quite Geelong heavy. ISO about 2000, shutter speed about 2000, 2.8. I find I like to be around 1600, 2000 a second. Everything's sharp. Also, if the lights change, then you have enough room to go up or down and it still be sharp. When I say sharp, in terms of freezing the action. So at the moment, I want to freeze the action and capture pretty much everything that I can that way. So when I get a second, he's basically about to kick it. I've just gone through and rated 1 or 2 photos. It was a long kick beyond 50 metres, and I stayed on the player for the celebration, rather than try to get the goal. But it didn't amount to anything. So I run 3 memory cards, 1 in here and 1 in each camera. So that means I can always have 1 card in a camera in case something happens, because you don't want to be uploading while something's going on. Score review's great, but then also it slows the game down. We've already lost a minute and a half by them checking a score. Anyway, Bailey Smith for a kick for goal here. We'll see what we get. The behind, so not a lot, just a kicking shot. I know my client wants a lot of action shots of Geelong and the Eagles players in one hit. So the ball's really far over in the other pocket. It's not ideal that I'm on a 400mm. However, I just kind of track and watch, just so I know what's going on, but also it's better to get something long and out of place than not capture it all. So ball's down in the other, right on the other wing. There's not a whole lot to do. I'm not really ready to file just yet. I've only got 2 or 3 images selected or rated in my slot. Now they mark the ball literally right here, and I'm going to go a super low shot, try to get a bit of the stadium in. I think he's going to round the corner here. Not much of a celebration, and to be honest, not much of a wide shot. It's sort of going away from me. I'm probably not close enough, but hey, you've got to try, right? It's always hard being a fan of one of the teams. I am an Eagles fan. We're photographing today, and I want the ball to come down this way so I can get some shot. However, that's not a good thing for the Eagles. So you sort of want the ball to stay up that end. However, I can't get good shots. So pretty much ball went down the whole wing. Just sitting chilling. What I might do is I'll put this in here, and then they can download really quickly while this guy is lining up to shoot. Have a kick. There we go. So it's all downloading. Hit the post, but I didn't really take any photos. It was in the other pocket, so I was really just there for the celebration. Mostly stay in landscape, but when they get too close, I'll flip to portrait, and that's just as easy as that. It's easier to crop portrait out of a landscape than a landscape out of a portrait. All right, so we've got some images. Oh, it's coming back down this way. I don't need to worry just yet. all the action was kind of going away from me, so I just got lots of backs, unfortunately. But we'll jump into the laptop now, and all I got to do is press rating, and look, all my shots are here that I need. So, like, I've only selected 4 so far. I'll just drag them straight into my capture folder. I've already got my little preset saved in there. Predominantly action's coming back. Oh, missed that. There we go. I feel like you got to be always aware. You know, just because I was editing a photo doesn't mean I missed the potential shots coming down this way. Alright, and that's basically all I do. Done my preset edit, make sure everything's fine. Export. And then I'm just doing straight to Dropbox right now, so they'll just show up, see how there's like a little thing here. Here we go. There you go, they're showing up there. Oh, here's a goal. Here's a goal. He turned back to me. There we go. A little bit of celebration. Not much of a celebration, he sort of went away, but I got the kick. Yeah, so sometimes like the celebration and the jubo, the action of it just doesn't work. Yeah, that one was okay. Like, you'd file it, but always watching. The ball's up on the half back. Yeah. So 18 minutes going to the quarter. I've got 4 images up, but probably nothing that I super happy with. That was way out of focus, that one. Pop that one out, pop this one in. The beautiful thing about Photo Mechanic is that if you have auto ingest on, you can automatically pop your card or eject your card. So it you can just, it's almost done already, right? All my rated photos will come to the top. What I'll do is I'll just jump into here and move my existing photos over to just a select folder, so I know exactly where I'm working. Right now, Eagles is down by 3 points. 21 minutes gone in the first quarter. Probably people didn't expect that. I kind of like this time where someone's kicking a goal, you just get a couple like portraits of people, rubbing their face or hands on hips, that sort of stuff. I'll flick to portrait because this will probably end up portrait. A little bit of a celebration, nothing much. Yeah, not much happening with those ones. So let's get on to a quick edit. Probably a bit dark on this one. Boost that a little bit. I'm gonna go portrait because I know that they want some action stuff that is portrait, and then I'll keep this one landscape. Probably a bit dark at the moment. I need to up my exposure just so slightly. So as you can see, so this is how quick I go through them. And how much you got a bit crop. I'm less aggressive cropping than a lot of the agency guys. They crop pretty hardcore. So file, export, happy with all those 12 images going up. There we go. And then by 23rd minute of the first quarter, there's a fair few images there, right? So the ball's right here, just real close 400mm action. Looking at reactions, hand slaps, all that sort of stuff. But nothing much getting there. Couple things. Really tight now. Hopefully no one comes and hits me. That's always a real risk. Nothing really to note of that little sequence, but straight up, here we go. My feet. Ooh. So change the camera there right here. I've opted for the wide just because before there was a bit of a little umpire shot.
That's cool. Just going wide here, a bit of like stadium love in there. Nothing too much. I always feel like you get far less when you're shooting it, but then when you actually edit, it's not too bad. There we go, back to 400. Oh, that was not a great passage of play for the Eagles. So I just adjusted my ISO up one click, because after editing I noticed I was a little bit underexposed on everything. So I was going 2,500 ISO, which is real no issue. Like I'm shooting on an R1, right? Like Daniel's hungry. Look at him. It's first quarter and he's already eating. So we got another kick for goal here. There's just always players in the way. You know, look at this. Get it. So we're coming to the end of the quarter. Some quarters are action filled, you can do a lot, and then some quarters you literally sit here and do literally nothing. During quarter time I'll sit here and I'll just do a quick edit of anything that I haven't got. I'll go through and do a bit of a rate on this one. Sometimes like things fall your way and sometimes they're not. Like all the celebration shots that had a little bit of enthusiasm have kind of gone the other way, or they haven't really even celebrated a whole lot. There's not a lot on the line right now. Sort of third and fourth quarter, if it's a close game, they really get into it, and that's kind of where you get lucky. We got a little mascot race, I might go photograph that. Okay, so there you have it. That's what a quarter looks like shooting the AFL. Mind you, don't have to caption today, so it is quite a nice aspect of it that's not there. We kind of really focus on shooting a little bit more. But I hope you enjoyed it. Any feedback, any comments, or hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.